Hello again, everyone. Zagatek is here with the Atakline for this Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. Probably my last one I'm going to make before Thanksgiving. Let's get down, since it's been a couple days since I made an Atakline. Let's get down to my gig action I had over the weekend. 3 gigs in 2 days. Doubleheader on Friday morning gig and a Friday afternoon gig, with the first gig being Special Needs Brunch at Lenny Miller's Restaurant in Dryden, Michigan. I've done that event for about 3 years in a row. This was my 3rd year. The school from, I think, Lapeer, they bring the special needs kids up to Lenny Miller's, have a little Thanksgiving brunch, and then I play music during when they're eating and especially when they're dancing. And it was a good one this year. It's probably the best one we've done. Good crowd, big crowd. Cake by the Ocean got them going. And then, of course, obviously the line dances, Cha-Cha, Cupid, Cotton, and Whippin' got them going. Those are very popular, along with the newest songs I got to play for, like Uptown Funk and Justin Timberlake's new song, Can't Stop the Feeling. And also they requested Low, and Gangnam Style went over. Well, play some old school jam like Ice Ice Baby, and I think I played Tricky, and Apache went over well with them. So it was a good show to start off the day this past Friday. Thank you, Lenny Miller, for a great show. Friday afternoon, evening, I was supposed to do special needs dance at Washington Senior Center, but I had to pull out of that last second because I have to keep my commitments to Wilkinson Middle School. That was my first middle school I ever done 10 years ago. I've been doing the dances for the last 4 or 5 ever since I came back after what I call a 5-year hiatus. So I came back there in 2012 and we DJ'd the dances since, so I still do their dances. And they had one this past Friday night. It was their first winter dance in 3 years. They used to have the dances in December, in 2012 and 13, but they didn't have any in 2014 and 15, and now they do have one. And like usual at Wilkinson, they like the gangster songs. They had to clear out all the pop songs. I played some of them early on as I was killing time for all the crowd to get in. I had to kill time with the pop songs, and they didn't like them. So we arranged the show quickly. The only pure pop songs were like Me Too, JT, and Ed Sheeran's slow song. Thinking out loud. But Gangsta dominated with Caroline, Chill Bill, Timmy Turner went well. Ooh, from Young M.A. And obviously, the most requested songs were definitely Juju on the Beat, which I had a feeling that was going to be really well requested. Because I was prepared. I always check on the rap charts to see what's popular so I can have the songs for the kids at Wilkinson. That was very popular. And Black Beatles, the Mannequin Challenge song. That was really big. I had to play both those songs twice. And a lot of gigs and songs got well, including these songs I never even heard of, like Turned Up Challenge and Still Your Man, Still Your Man. They were screaming those songs. So it was another great Wilkinson, probably the best one we've done at Wilkinson. The Impulse show we did was amazing. And this one was as amazing this past Friday. I got Power next week. We much different crowd. They're going to like the gangster songs, but it's more predominantly white at Power. So there you go. Then Saturday night, I DJ'd Daddy Daughter Dance at Guardian Angels, 30 in a row for them as well. They were at another building last year, but we're back at the Guardian Angels building this past Saturday night. It was another great show. I had to rearrange the show a little bit because dinner started late. Sort of like play songs earlier, but besides that, it was great. And even the white kids like Juju on that beat and Black Beatles. So it's cool. Because I'm like, hey, I can play him in Powell. Well, I know I can play Black Beatles in Powell, but Juju on that beat at Powell, now I can't because they got overwhelmed at a Christian school. A Christian school. Danced with elementary kids doing Juju on that beat and Black Beatles, and I got away with it. Nobody said crap. And they even did a mannequin challenge too, and they were all dabbing. Wish I got footage of that, but it was still cool. And I played obviously like Uptown Funk, Taylor Swift, all those songs that got them going. The line dances, Cha-Cha Cupid, and Whippin' Nene. Because they like Whippin' Nene. Who doesn't like Whippin' Nene? Especially if you're a kid, young kid and teenager. So 3 awesome gigs this past week. I got a gig this week, Saturday night, a private house party in Rochester. I've done also for like 2 or 3 years. So I came in for that after Thanksgiving. Let's kick off the entertainment news with your number ones. We have a new #1 movie after 2 weeks. Doctor Strange got kicked off by another franchise. The anticipated prequel to Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts, and Where to Find Them debut with a decent $75 million, destroying the competition, including the Edge of 17 bombing with $4 million. We'll see how the Harry Potter movie does, with big movies coming out this week, out tomorrow, including a new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and The Rock's new movie, I can't believe I'm saying that's the Sexiest Man Alive by People Magazine. Where's that magazine? Oh, here it is. I'm a wrestling fan, so I had to get it. Had to get it, man. I'm happy for him, man. Happy as a wrestling fan for this guy. Movie, Moana comes out. Band Santa 2 comes out. And the new film was done by Brad Pitt's got a movie, Allied, with some drama that may have led to his divorce, Angelina Jolie. So we'll see what movie does end up on top of those movie charts. Now on with the Billboard #1s with a new #1 album, A Tribe Called Quest. They are #1 for the first time in 20 years. They have a #1 album. And both charts had Leonard Cohen from the aftermath of his untimely death 2 weeks ago. A couple of his albums got in the Hot 100. His new album, his final album, You Want It Darker, went up from 48 to #7. They debuted at #10. And so big impact for him. And also debuting in the top 10 is Sting. Leonard Cohen also had an impact in the Hot 100 as Hallelujah placed in the Hot 100 for the very first time. His version has never been on the charts. A cover from Jeff Buckley had been on the charts, but not his own. Debuted for the very first time at number 59. While that was involved, second week in a row for the Mannequin Challenge song on the top of the Hot 100. That was, of course, Black Beatles by Ray Swimmer. And hit the top 5 is the song that made me want to change my show at Wilkinson. I know it would get overwhelmed as I was warming him up before I got to the rap songs. Side to Side from Ariana Grande, which is one of the sexiest performances of the AMAs this past weekend. Prince even won an award for that. So congrats to your #1s. And speaking of award shows, mentioned AMAs, I didn't watch them because they're always on opposing the Survivor Series wrestling pay-per-view every year. For like the last 10 years, it's been on the same day as Survivor Series. I watch it later on the app. But big winners, Ariana Grande winning Artist of the Year. Questionable to me. But I like it though. But we do have one big award show coming up. That's the Grammys. Coming up in February. February 12th. The nominations will be announced in just a couple weeks. And they announced the host. The reign of LL Cool J is over, which a lot of haters are applauding. Yay! So we replace one CBS star with another CBS star, as the host of the Late Late Show will be hosting the Grammys. I do like this choice for the Grammy host. James Corden has been named the host of the Grammys. He has a lot of relationship with music. Hello, carpool karaoke. I already just shot one with Madonna, so I can't wait to see that one. The Academy president and CEO Neil Portnow released a statement saying that thanks to carpool karaoke, we've all been on some incredible rides with the man known as James Corden, and the Recording Academy couldn't be more excited to welcome his passion and enthusiasm for music, both as an entertainer and a fan, to the Grammy stage on February 12th. He has a lot of big shoes to fill. From LL Cool J has been hosting for a lot of years. His style has been loved and hated by many. But James Corden is a commanding, dynamic showman who we believe is the perfect host for the Grammys. He hosted the Tonys, which were also on CBS, so it made sense after his successful one of hosting the Tonys this past June. He did release a statement himself saying, "I am truly honored to be hosting the Grammys next year. It's the biggest, most prestigious award show in music, and I feel incredibly lucky to be part of such an incredible night." Very looking forward to seeing what James Corden will do at the Grammys on February 12th at 7 Central. Is the Grammys opposing a pay-per-view again? Because for the last couple of years, the Grammys have also been opposed to WWE pay-per-views. So I would love to see if there's a pay-per-view happening now with the multi-brand split. Yay! Woo! Oh, it's last year. Sorry. Last year's schedule. I need this year's schedule. This year's schedule, please. Because it was on a Monday last year. That was stupid. It was on a Monday opposing wall. Seriously, I hated it last year. Hated it. They don't know yet. They better not pose it against the Grammys, the wrestling pay-per-view again. So there you go. James Corden. Going to be hosting the Grammys next year. Now, this is sports-related news, because I always do sports things on Attack Sports, and it's separated. But it also is entertainment-related news, involving the new arena in Detroit. The LCA, Little Caesars Arena. Right? I cannot believe they actually named it that. Better than the Dunkin' Donuts Center. It's Smoothie King Center. So, anyway, the Little Caesars Arena, opening up next September, already had one tenant set. That was the Detroit Red Wings. Since the building of the new arena was announced, the rumors were flying about whether or not the Detroit Pistons would join them in the new arena. They have been at the Palace of Auburn Hills for the last near 30 years. They have not been in the Detroit metro area for a very long time, since they went to the Pontiac Silverdome in 1979. You know, they've been in that area, Oakland County, with the Silverdome, then going to the Palace. So there's been a lot of negotiations for the last couple weeks, and it was made official today, as the Detroit Pistons are officially going to be joining the Detroit Red Wings at the new LCA Arena, with permitted approval sealed to be done in January by the NBA. They had a press conference today with the mayor of Detroit, Mike Duggan, along with one of the Illiches, and Tom Gores, the owner of the Palace and owner of the Pistons. With the agreement of the Pistons moving to Detroit, they also have a practice facility open in Detroit near the arena, and we have a corporate headquarters nearby. With this move, Detroit is now the only city in the country to have all four of their professional sports teams within 4 blocks in its urban core. Because you have Comerica Park, Ford Field, and the LCA, with both Pistons and Red Wings within blocks of each other. That could create some interesting traffic in that area, because all the major venues are on that road, Woodward Avenue. Big venues if you also count Fox Theater and the Fillmore being close to that area. So everyone seems enthused about the efforts of the LCA hosting the Pistons. The big questions heading in the future of the current home of the Pistons, the Palace. Now, there's been a lot of speculation about its future. They're tearing down the Joe, but I'm also hearing they're tearing down the Palace. Tom Gores is not exactly sure of the status of the Palace yet. During the press conference, I think Tom didn't say anything about the status of the Palace, but there's been a lot of thinking about tearing it, and it'd be more sad to see the Palace torn down, because it's more of a contemporary, modern venue than the Joe. Like, it's not, like, I like the Joe, but it's like really dungy, but Palace is more lively, and it's gonna be sad to see that one torn down. It's as old as me, with it being almost 30 years old, as old as I am. And also a big thing is what's going to happen with the relationship between both Palace Sports Entertainment and Olympia Entertainment. With now 2 franchises coming together, 2 companies are coming together, with Palace's Pistons and the Olympia Entertainment Red Wings. And both companies will collide together on another project, having all their venues under one roof under a joint venture. Both companies will have control over concerts and events held at all the major venues owned by both Olympia and Palace. That includes Olympia's Fox Theater, City Theater, Comerica Park, and the LCA. And Olympia will also collaborate with the Palace for concerts at their venues. The Palace of Auburn Hills, when it's still around, Freedom Hill, Meadowbrook, and Pine Knob. So it's going to be very interesting with all these venues coming together. It's good and bad for the city. A lot of Detroiters weren't too happy about the Pistons not being in Detroit area and having to drive all the way to Auburn Hills. So for Detroiters, they're happy that all four teams are now close to them. A lot of out-of-towners, especially people in this area, Auburn Hills, I'm Romeo related. It's a drive to Detroit. I don't mind that. My parents always get scared with me, especially I go to a lot of events by myself most of the time. Don't make fun of me. Go to a lot of events by myself, and my mom always freaks when I have to go to an event alone in Detroit. And now she has to get used to that more with the LCA getting a lot of big concerts when they tear down, if they tear down, the Palace. And LCA will be the 11th North American arena to house both an NFL, NHL, and an NBA team. Like I said, the status of the Palace is not yet known, but the land is very valuable for developers. So they might just sell it and tear it down. It'd be sad if they do. So there you go, a little bit of sports entertainment. I'll call it sports entertainment, as Vince McMahon would say. Combining them both into one news article on this Atakline with the Pistons moving to the LCA with the Red Wings. And both Olympic Entertainment and Palace Sports Entertainment will both collaborate on concerts for all their venues that they own, including the big ones, LCA, Pine Knob, Freedom Hill, and the Palace until it gets torn down. I'm going to a concert at both the Joe and the Palace next year in the final years. Going to Eric Church in February, and Green Day, and Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the Joe in February and March. So there you go. My attack live for today. Thank you so much for watching. With that in mind, you've all been attacked by the news from Zach. Have a good night, everybody, and have a happy Thanksgiving this week. Bye-bye.